School Vision Field Experience by Lori Wardlaw. The importance of the school vision. One of the main reasons we have to have a school vision is for the goals. It tells us where you hope to see your school in the future. Also, it gives the school direction and helps the school move forward, and it gives the school and everyone involved in the school a common understanding. If a group wants to move forward, it needs to develop and understand an agreed upon purpose. Developing a strong vision can help each stakeholder reach such a common understanding. And the vision basically is the school's goals. It's where you hope to see it in the future. It's the ideal school. It's what you would envision if your school was the best of the best. And it describes what you hope the school will become. The stakeholders. The stakeholders within the school that should be involved in the vision are the teachers, obviously, because they're the ones who actually have to carry out the majority of the details within the vision. The students, you should get their opinions on this as well so that students have some type of input on it so they feel like they are working towards the same goal. The school board, parents, obviously, community leaders, and administrators all must be involved in the vision so that everyone has a common goal or a shared goal that everyone knows what it is they are working towards. Parent surveys. One way that I think that you could use the parent surveys to help with your vision or your development of your vision is to put questions on there that would help you determine some things that needed to be changed about your school. One way to get parents involved is to make sure that it's user friendly. I've seen some parent surveys that had so many questions on it and you had to rate it a 1 through 10 or 1 through 5, and it ended up not being user friendly and parents just ended up circling answers. So user friendly, I would say that you would narrow it down to maybe 10 to 20 questions and even have maybe just some yes and no type questions on there, or true and false, or multiple choice, something besides the rating system, because parents just get used to the uniformity of it and start just circling answers. You can expect to get your parent surveys back if you promise to reward the students, and this could be something like a 15-minute extra recess on Friday if you bring it back. If you reward students, they will get their parents to fill it out. And the online option would help those parents who are tech savvy and who would rather do it online, and you could just make it maybe on SurveyMonkey or something like that. And another reason I think that people don't fill out surveys is because they never see the results. If the surveys are filled out by the majority of the parents, why not put the results in the newsletter or something like that and send it home so that parents can see what the survey was for and what the results were for the majority of the people. The steps and strategies and processes necessary in developing the school vision. The first part is ask questions. What can the school do to become more effective? That's one of the questions that you need to ask. You need to ask where the school's at, why the school is in the way that the place that it's in, and where you want to see your school in the future. Examine the research. You have got to look at all of the data, everything available to you, and determine how and why the school is where it is. School improvement priorities. You need to look at the improvement priorities to see what areas you need to improve upon as you're writing your vision. And then the core values. This is the values of all of the stakeholders come together and decide what the core values are going to be in the vision. And everyone must agree on those core values. The data that should be used. I think that attendance is a major factor in the data that would be used in creating a vision, and not just student attendance. This could also be teacher attendance and administrators attendance, and all of the data, maybe even the tardiness and school business, being absent for school business. All of that needs to be looked at. Staff turnover rate. That's a major deal in a small school district. If you have 1 or 2 teachers that you're replacing every single school year, that's a big portion of the teachers, and it can affect the school improvement plan. So that needs to be looked at when you're looking at data for your vision. Enrollment in clubs and sports. Obviously, you want a higher enrollment in clubs and sports, and if you have a low enrollment in that, it could be because of the fact that school pride or morale or something like that is low, and that could be looked at as you're writing your vision. Assessment results could be anything from just the weekly assessments given by a teacher or assignments given by teachers to students. Anything small that you can look at, just the students' grades and that kind of thing, that would help with determining what type of instruction is going on in the classroom. Standardized test scores, those are a big deal because that's what we base our school report cards and everything like that on. So we need to look at that. AP test results. How many students do you have passing the AP test given at the end of the year? And then the parent survey. I would go back to the parent survey and collect the data on it also before I sat down to write my school vision. Assessment of progress. One of the ways that you can assess whether or not you're progressing is to track interim progress, which would be 9-week progress or semester progress, not just yearly progress. It needs to be looked at several times throughout the school year. You could even do another parent survey maybe at semester to see if the results had changed on the parent survey. Student performance, that's assessed constantly at school, so why not look at it as an overall factor and to determine if students are improving within the school. That hopefully would mean that you're gaining towards your goals for the vision. Impact of school culture and climate. If everyone is working towards a common goal, then that means that the impact that the vision has on the school climate and culture is going to be a good one, because everybody's on the same page, everybody is working for the same goals, and everybody knows what direction the school is wanting to take. All decisions that are made are working towards the common goal. These decisions after a while become second nature, and you don't even have to think about what the answer is going to be because it all leads towards your vision and your ideal school. And then obviously the school improvement is when you get back your standardized test, have your students scored well on it? Are they continuing to improve? Are you improving on all of the areas that you had to list in your school improvement plan? All of that stuff should be growing and showing growth and getting better. So that's the impact that it would have on the school culture and climate. Foundations for an effective school. Obviously, the vision has to be shared for it to work to effectively change the school. It has to be shared. Everyone has to be involved. The stakeholders are all involved. Everyone agrees upon it, and it's a common goal. The shared mission, and it all has to be consistent. Everything has to be done consistently from the ground up for your vision to work. And the last thing, great teachers. Great teachers are the foundation for an effective school. They are the ones who ultimately are implementing this vision within the classroom, with the students, with the parents, and without them on board, the vision would just fall through.